I'm sure you're familiar with this type of furniture. It's collectively known as a Wellington chest. Wellington chests were first devised around the 1820s, but in the Victorian period they became really, really popular. And most of the ones you'll see will be of the Victorian period, and they'll be made out of mahogany, walnut, or sometimes even maple. The maple ones are particularly and highly desirable. Now, this is a good example of a miniature version, and this is beautifully veneered in Burr walnut. It has 7 long graduated drawers with the original handles. I mean, when you look at these handles, they sit so well, they almost look like little chocolate buttons. And I like the way it's beautifully balanced, because when you're buying a piece of furniture, it's all about getting the proportion right. And when we look at that plinth base, it's not too high, it's not too clunky. We look at the knob handles, they're just the right size. They're not in the centre of the drawers, they're evenly balanced. And then when you have the styles left and right, again, they're just the right size. The styles are headed by this little cartouche at the top, which is hand carved. The Wellington chest, they all have the same principle. One style, or sometimes 2 styles, open up like so. This retains the original lock, and the idea that this locks so you can't get the drawers open. When it's unlocked, then you can access the drawers. What they're used for? Well, when they're this size, like the miniature version, they were most probably used for sewing, holding collections of jewellery, something which was treasured because it was under lock and key. And what I've done here, I've just put some shells here, and I've put shells inside the drawers, so when somebody looks at it, it looks like a little collector's cabinet for somebody who's collecting exotic shells. As I say, the Burr walnut is everywhere. So you've got this lovely Burr walnut front, it's on the sides, and it's even on the top. So it works really, really well. And the colour, as I say, is absolutely delicious. Now, with pieces of furniture like this, it's not about size, because if the piece is of a larger size and say this high, same type of principle with 7 graduated drawers, it won't be worth any more or any less. Its value is how it's made. So generally speaking, if it's a veneered piece of furniture of this period, round about the 1860s, 1870s, perhaps even going into the 1880s, veneered furniture will be more expensive. If it's made in a solid timber, it'd be less so. But veneered furniture generally will be at a greater premium than solid furniture. But as I say, this is a very, very good example of showing this lovely Burr walnut. And today it will be used, let's say, next to a sofa. You could put a lamp on it, little bits and pieces next door, you know, in the drawers. So it's something which it would work in today's lifestyle. It's smart, it's elegant, and it's understated. And I think it's absolutely charming.